There is no rule book for life. And that simple fact, along with the pressures of being a Black woman in America, can easily open the doors to imposter syndrome. But with that being said, I'm comfortable saying that I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And I don't know if I'll have the intended impact. But I do know that I want to create a different storyline for my children and the different communities that I'm a part of. As I feel my way through life, I realize that my children are the future. And it's important that good people leave my nest and enter the world healing all that they encounter. So I start my days at my altar, usually playing Erykah Badu, burning the incense I made with my own hands, with plants from my own garden, praying over my children and loved ones. But now I'm learning to cover the ones I care for in a more impactful way. Once I realized that LA was home, I eagerly threw myself into the work every day. But with new passions, roles, and responsibilities, I learned about burnout and that rest is a revolution. I work as a data assistant at my placement, remotely and mostly independently. And during these 9 months, and even in this POIL process, I struggled to find my impact. Listening to fellow allies talk about their placement on Fridays, I felt like all I do is spreadsheets. But after working on a syllabus, creating a bunch of spreadsheets for my TSP, and some helpful conversations, I saw that with the new skills I've acquired, I'm creating capacity for the people at my placement and in my house, and therefore for my community. But after taking on too much, and as a result, needing to temporarily step back, I learned that I have to pace myself in order to be available for all those that need me. I've learned to invest in and also lean on my community when I need to, because I can't do it all alone. And why would I want to? It would be lacking, because teamwork and collaboration is where the magic happens. During my 7 years in South LA, I've created a family so much stronger than the one I was born into. Everything happens for a reason, and me finding this space was clearly by design, and I'm grateful. One thing my time in Pala has helped me to understand was the importance of putting my intentions and intended output into words for the future. Because I am not my mother or anyone who come before me, and I refuse to repeat any unhealthy or abusive cycle. We're striving for growth in every day. I will pave a different path for my children and grandchildren in the community around me. So together, my kids and I wrote our family creed. 1. Everyone makes mistakes. 2. Everyone in this house is a teacher, no matter how young, and everyone is a student, no matter how old. 3. We don't keep secrets from each other. 4. We hold ourselves and each other accountable. 5. We don't lie to ourselves or each other. 6. We stay close to God. 7. We honor our ancestors. 8. We strive to be the best version of ourselves. 9. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And 10. We don't gossip to outsiders. But as I try to be the best version of me, quite naturally, the hardships keep coming. But I refuse to break, because who will take care of my children if I'm not here? But also, what will I leave my children if in my time I'm only surviving and not thriving. Community economics is the only way. Me being the neighborhood mom isn't an option. Changing our diets, growing our own fruits and vegetables, cooking nutritious foods, it has to happen. SCFL is vital. The children on my block that now call me mom have helped to shape the woman that I am today. The nonprofits that I depended on to survive when I first got here, they helped me to see that I have work to do for my community. And I'm happy to serve, to give and offer the same resources that kept me afloat. After leaving the turmoil of San Diego, I moved to the first place I could find. And although I've watched my kids ignore and work around the unfair and unhealthy living conditions, I'm proud of them, but it hurts me. They fumble with doors and look past holes in the wall, all with a smile on their faces. Because ultimately, I'm the foundation. And although our house is shit, our love is strong. While serving in the PALA program, it helped me to become firmer, if possible, about who I'm really here for and why it's important to continue to do the work. You've all heard it a million times. I'm for the descendants of chattel slavery in America. I'm here for the mental health of cis Black men. And I learned that it's okay to be aggressively for them. Obviously, as a healer, I'm here for everyone. But those two underserved groups will get the majority of my love and my work and my effort. But again, I realized that I was pouring from my own cup all these years and not from the overflow on my saucer. And I burned out. And now I see my mistake and I'm working to be smarter about it. Rest is a revolution. On July 22nd, 2022, my son ran away from home. And for 15 hours, I searched for him while knowing that I needed to work on both my POILs, trying to think about the video. But all I had was the haunting visuals of my boy walking away from home. A young Black man, not yet broken, but on the verge. Of course, I took it personally. How could this happen? Because anyone who knows me knows that I'm a loving and supportive, involved mom. He says we're best friends. I'm like, how could this happen? Like, Steve? How could my son feel so down? How did I miss it? I was in survival mode. I'm in Pala. I do hair. I coupon and I sell laundry soap online. I take care of my father now. I'm packing because we're being forced to move. Hell, I don't even know where we're going. I'm just packing. I burned out. And unfortunately, my son suffered from it the most this time. I now see that me taking breaks for myself is me caring for my children. My community came together beautifully, checking their cameras and helping me figure out a place to start looking because, as you know, it's still FTP because they didn't help at all. My placeman in my house gave me grace. The men in my neighborhood have been checking on Stephen ever since. Pouring into my community was actually pouring into my family. So, in conclusion, I found that I am not a strong black woman. I'm a sensitive black woman, soft and fragile. I need help. I am independent, yet I rely on my community, and that's okay. I'm a teacher, and I'm still learning. I'm a healer, yet I'm still healing from my past wounds. I now know to ask for help when it's needed. I unsubscribe from the strong black woman trope. Rest is a revolution. I'd like to start my thank yous with Mr. Benny Torres for believing in me, for doing the work, leading by example, and for keeping your promises. To the community, but selfishly, to me. I remember leaving my last job and thinking, what am I going to do? And I remember the day I met you and you said, I see something in you and I'm going to keep you close. I thought I knew what great leadership was, but you set the bar high. To the incredible revolutionaries for being just that, incredible and revolutionary. Always holding space and being such an amazing and collaborative team. And with that, I'd have to say thank you to Sun Sochi for your part in creating this diverse team and for your unique leadership style. You don't push us, but more guide us towards our own personal levels of greatness. You are beyond a friend, fellow crybaby, and now my sister. To awaken, during this time, you have really become my brother. At times in this cohort, I felt like I was yelling in a library. But even though you are the silent lightning to my loud ass thunder, I always know that if anyone understands me, you do. And I don't feel that often. So I thank you and I love you for that. To Daniel Johnson, you've become my best friend, my shoulder to cry on, career advisor, voice of reason sometimes. You are my person. And I hope you know that you are never getting rid of me. To the Black Affinity Group, just for that big ass collective sigh that we all did when we got out into that breakout room together. For sharing this experience with me of walking every day in a country that hates us, in a skin that we can't hide, we can't come out of. And we have to show up every day and do what the hell got to get done. I see you all and I love you all. And to Navor, just for being an amazing human being, a great DJ, a wonderful support, helping me to navigate my own neurodivergencies, but also helping me find the ways in which I want to show up for others navigating their own. For Wednesdays and every day, the text messages, and just for showing me that there is another way to live and thrive, and that I don't have to take whatever is handed to me. You've encouraged me and helped me to reframe so many false ideals I had about myself. And I am so grateful to have met you. Just thank you for literally everything. Your presence has had such a big impact on my time serving in Palo. So that's it. Thank you to the Palo family and staff. Thank you all for being on this ride with me. I know I'm a lot.